I teach 9th through 12th grade, honors bio, human bio, and honors science research. I work on a lot of projects with my students. We wrote a recent grant to There Isn't a Recycling Coalition. I have a project going on for styrofoam recycling using some beetles and bugs. We probably produce around 400 styrofoam trays. It's not a big deal when it comes to the total mass. But if we can take that 400 styrofoam plates within our school, and every school does that, we are having a huge impact in the community.
The reason why we started State 48 is we felt like nothing was representing Arizona in a positive and fashionable way. So collaborations wasn't even part of the original business model. We first started working with Bruce Arians when he was the Cardinals head coach, and that really set the baseline for collaborations. We've done 198 collaborations this year alone, so that's creating the co-brand design for XYZ organization. We've personally generated, with donations of co-branded stuff that we sell on our website, well over $50,000 this year alone.
I have been dancing since I was about 18 months old. I grew up here as a youth, going to school at Chandler High, and also my dad had played baseball for the Chandler High School. It's important to keep the culture relevant. I've been able to shed the light through my dancing, where my dancing has taken me all over the world, such as Australia, the UK, over in Toronto, Canada, and all around the US. Branch off into like making movies, also the music stuff, meeting different celebrities, and just meeting a lot of people in general. So it's definitely changed my life.
"22 years ago is when I first bought my first property in downtown Chandler. For me, it was more about what was missing and what can we do to bring more energy and more excitement and more choices. Infill and redevelopment brings life and energy to something that was otherwise abandoned or unused, and so people get excited when they see that. You know, when people and the city and they partner to redevelopment properties like this, everyone gets excited. And every city in the world needs a downtown. It's the heart, it's the soul, it's where the pulse is, and so we love being part of this.
I was actually born with a hole in my heart and severe valve issues. Doctors said I wouldn't actually live past the age of 1. Team Memory, this is a complete grassroots organization. I was living in Chandler at the time. I heard a message from my church, and they talked about giving more than you receive 1 year for Christmas. Now, as a 5th grader, I said I want to give 1 teddy bear back to a hospital, and I'd be helping the hospitals that had helped me so much when I was, moving on through my medical struggles. And that year, we were able to raise over 485 bears in just 2 weeks for Phoenix Children's Hospital. Today, we are in 14 states. We give to over 60 hospitals, not including other adoption facilities, homeless shelters, veterans, anything you can think of. And we've been able to give just under 60,000 teddy bears over those last 10 years.
Crown Castle, we are a shared communications infrastructure company. If you have a cell phone, you're pretty much relying on wireless infrastructure. So as you pull up your maps, there's a data service connection that has to happen, that happens between your phone, a cell tower, or a small cell that allows that transmission to happen. You use social media, you're on your cell phone. If you're like me and you're checking the cameras at home to see if your dog is actually behaving, you're using our services. And the really cool thing about our team in Chandler is we're focused on providing the infrastructure services for the West. So that covers 11 states. So you're thinking about work that's being done in Southern California, work that's being done in Seattle and San Francisco. A lot of that comes back to the team here in Chandler to actually make that happen.
I volunteered in Chandler for 18 years now. I started volunteering here because my church, Chandler Presbyterian Church, is one of the founding members of ASCEND, which used to be Chandler Christian Community Center when I first started volunteering here. On average, I volunteer about 1,000 hours a year, but last year I volunteered about 1,900 hours because the food bank manager was new and I had been here a long time, and I have almost everything kind of stuck in my head. So when Tracy Washington, the last program manager for the food bank, passed, I promised him I would take care of his food bank. And that's what I'm doing. That's what fills my heart.
We're excited to be part of the Chandler community. We believe the services that we provide in terms of connecting data, people, and services is key to enabling smart city and actually building out technology and economic hubs. As we think about where 5G is headed, the range of use cases and businesses that can be built around that, we believe our infrastructure can really help the communities and the city really stand out as we move towards the future.
The relationships are what reminds me personally every day of why we do what we do. I mean, the connections we have and the relationships we built just goes so far. Keeps you going and just wants to make you, continue to make a difference in our community.
For us, it's about doing our best, being our best, doing things with our hands, with our minds, with our soul, and doing things to the best of our ability. And so that can be contagious to either neighbors, consumers, people that come here and enjoy this, our guests, our friends. So a lot of what we do hoping that other people can say, hey, I can see myself down here.
And I'm really happy that the kids' projects are bringing Chandler up. It's bringing the whole community up, because whatever small level they are doing, it's not just influencing their lives, it's influencing the community as a whole.
Our goal is to bring as much love and joy and happiness as humanly possible. So if we're doing that, we're doing our jobs fantastically. Without the team aspect of team memory, there would be no Emory period. It's crazy. We started as a 5th grade idea in Chandler, with a bunch of these other Chandler kids are still impacting people 10 years later. It's incredible.